doing it different today. You're going to leave this in, too. You're going to leave it in, because this is funny. Ryan.
I'm not doing it till you do it right.
Do it the same every time. Hi, guys. This is Josh.
And this is Ryan.
And we are...
Mighty Fish Productions. And this is the Mighty Fish Podcast for the week of November 1st, 2016.
You had a chance to mix it up, man.
I didn't.
Mix it up and do things different.
I didn't want to.
And you don't want to.
The beginning can be as different as we want it to be, but the intro, Josh, some things are sacred. And you know what?
Some things are sacred.
At this point, it's tradition, because this is episode 10.
It is episode 10. It's our 10th anniversary episode.
It's an important milestone. We have
nothing planned.
We have enough persistence to go 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, we have nothing. Well, I have a couple things, but they're not that interesting.
Oh.
Next week.
If
we were smart, we would have saved it, but we're trying to do it weekly.
Yeah, we're trying to do it weekly.
So, episode 11, we'll have Doctor Strange discussion.
Yep.
Everybody should love that. Today, however, we have random topics, as well as in the movies, whatever Josh may have seen, which is probably nothing.
I haven't seen anything. I've been just doing fucking schoolwork.
And I have seen Deepwater Horizon and Jack Reacher Never Go Back.
You son of a bitch, man! Why do you don't wait for me anymore?
Don't be upset. It's terrible.
No,
it's not good.
Jack Reacher.
It's not good. Terrible.
Jack Reacher. We're talking Jack Reacher.
Yes, Jack Reacher.
Because I don't give a shit about Deepwater Horizon.
Deepwater Horizon was good. And it's interesting. Here's the thing, Josh. You're
Mark Wahlberg.
Well, you don't like Mark Wahlberg, and you're kind of an odd bee. Who I think a movie will appeal to doesn't really affect what I think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Either it's good or it's not. It's nothing to write home about. It was just like, it was decent. It was somewhat interesting, and it was not overly dramatic.
No way.
As the very...
See, I don't believe you on that, dude.
He does the same ending as...
what was it?
Lone Survivor.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
right.
no words, and it's all like, we made it through. But basically up until the last 10 minutes, it was not overly dramatic and ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah.
It was somewhat interesting.
The last shot, like Mark Wahlberg standing on top of the ruins of the fucking oil rig, while like the secretary lady that he helped survive and her like torn up shirt and stuff is just like.
That's actually very, very close. That's very, very close.
And he's just got like the old man in his arms, like, why?
Because they take the lifeboats fucking launch, and him and the other girl fucking jumped off. That was basically as crazy as it got.
Does it explode behind them as they jump?
No. It explodes. The first thing that happens is it explodes.
Yeah, I know. That's like the whole point, is the thing blows up. I can't take movies like that.
It's very interesting. Unless you know a lot about oil rigs. It's kind of interesting because
but not the specific story, but just like that genre. I just can't. I'm just like, oh yeah, like you were the big hero, you know. Whatever, like Nicolas Cage's like the 9/11 one where they did the fireman that got trapped and stuff.
I hate those types of movies.
I
watch. They're like I feel like they're meant to be watched on TV.
Yeah,
you can watch this movie on TV.
Yeah.
But it was still good.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know, man. I feel like part of me is just like, you're just profiting off of somebody else's fucking misery or tragedy or whatever.
Yeah.
And it bugs the shit out of me, dude. And it's just like, I don't know, man. There's always so much dramatization. But then, like, on the other hand, to make me look like a hypocrite, I can't get enough fucking war movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I love Black Hawk Down. That's exactly the same story as all this shit. But I'm just like, that's a great movie.
Yeah, I think 11 people died or whatever, and who knows? I'm sure other people were making profit off it before they made it into a movie,
of course, yeah.
Memoirs or whatever. But no, there's really not a lot to talk about. It's the movie you think it's going to be, but it takes a little bit longer to get to the actiony bit, and then like shit explodes, and then they just get off of it.
No,
so like I said, not overly dramatic. It's actually kind of more interesting about BP and how much they suck. And Kurt Russell was awesome.
Oh god, I forgot he was in that. Fuck. Okay, yeah.
Kurt Russell was good. And then it's just like interesting, like this big helicopter airport, like is where they have to go, and like it's like a normal airport where they're just like, oh, where are you heading? They're like, oh, we're going out to the Deepwater Horizon. They just have to wait, and they all get on the helicopter and fly out there. And fucking, I didn't know oil rigs were a boat. I thought they were permanently there.
No, they float.
Yeah, they just float, and there's fucking. They've got all sorts of technology to keep it right in a single place, even with waves and all that.
Yeah, no, oil rigs are fucking super duper interesting. I actually tried to get a job on one as like a cabin boy. I don't know what the fuck they called it, but it was like you were like a deckhand. You just you cleaned and did like minor maintenance and stuff like that. Tried to get a job doing that, but like that's a hard thing to fucking get into.
Oh yeah. It's unionized at the ass.
And sure. it was like one of those ones where like you get that job and then like you can work your way up because you're out there for like 6-7 months, something like that.
Yeah, for a while at a time.
No.
It was what it was. It was don't run out and see it.
No.
Plus I don't even know if you can see it in most theaters anymore. I saw it at the drive-in as a part of a double feature.
I'm assuming with Jack Reacher.
Yes.
When did you go?
Sunday night. So, 2 days.
Jesus, in this weather you went out there?
It wasn't that bad.
Really?
Yeah. And there was a.
Well, no, because it cleared up.
Yeah, there was a good amount of cars.
It cleared up. Yeah.
Plus, I wasn't sitting open air. I was just in my car with the windows up. So.
Yeah.
Jack Reacher. All right.
Man, don't even talk about it.
I'm gonna talk about it. You shouldn't see it. I'm gonna tell you why.
Make me sad, dude.
What do you know about what have you seen for Jack Reacher 2? The trailer and that's it? Yeah.
Well, and the TV spots.
There's a very...
Which is like this
just cuts of the trailer.
Yeah.
There's very intentionally... The big subplot that immediately gets wrapped in with the main plot is intentionally absent from the trailers because it's terrible. So I'm just going to spoil it because I don't know. It's something that should have been in the trailers, I feel like.
Yeah.
Jack Reacher might have a daughter, and she's in trouble, and it's terrible.
Is Kobe Smulders the daughter?
No.
Is she the mom?
No. She's some lady.
The lesbian
so he's going around. So the beginning starts off cool. It's the scene you see in the trailer. That's literally the beginning.
Yeah, well,
of the movie.
that's like the original movie, the first movie, where he's out there just whooping ass.
He's out there doing his thing. And then
right and wrongs.
He calls Kobe Smulders and like gives her info because she's at what his old job was at the MP place in DC or whatever.
The chief of MPs.
Yes. So he's roaming around righting wrongs, doing his thing, and fucking he's like they talk on the phone a lot, and he's like I'm gonna go out there to DC and I'm gonna take you to dinner. They get there. We've seen the trailer. She's been arrested. He's got to stop it. There's a big conspiracy going on, as usual.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not exciting ever. I don't know what happened. Like, he was kind of over the top, but chill. He had this... The first one had this weird thing
a nice
going
little
on.
balance between being
this is
like a Steven Seagal
borderline,
and being like a Jack Ryan.
Yeah, borderline boring throughout the whole movie. Then it's like... He finds out he might have this daughter, and he like finds her, and then the bad guys find out that he might have this daughter, so then he's got to protect her, him and Kobe Smulders, and there's almost a legitimate let her go, poor choice of words. There's fucking like, where is she? She's probably hiding in the streets, because that's what I would do. And fucking, but like not cool. Like it's not, it's like just boring. It's fuck. And she's obnoxious. She's kind of like I've been on the streets my whole life. It's bad. It's like really bad.
Oh, Jesus.
And like, not in a good way.
Yeah.
Because Jack Reacher wasn't bad.
No.
But it wasn't good.
No.
This is just, it was very disappointing.
That sucks, man. I was so looking forward to that because I loved the first one. I thought it was great.
Yeah. And it's not even an interesting story.
That's shitty. That's funny, though, because it makes it look like he's just out there to fucking prove Kobe Smulders' innocence. What, that wasn't enough story?
Well, that's the thing. That would have been cool, but it takes a back seat to the other thing.
To daddy-daughter time.
Yeah.
Where have you been my whole life?
We're going to figure it out, but at the same time, it's mostly to keep helping her, who keeps getting into stress because she's stupid. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. It's not his kid. So...
It's Colby Smulders. No, it's John McClane's.
No, it's just some bitch.
Dude, you sound so upset about this. I'm sorry, man.
I mean, I don't know. I heard it was bad, but I'm just like, well, the first one was bad.
Yeah, the first one's not
You're just supposed to have a good time.
Yeah, the first one's fine. It's just not good.
Yeah, it's just you have a good time. Like, he's a badass.
Yeah,
but he wasn't even much of a badass. I guess there was a couple good scenes, but like the movie just kind of sucks so much that you're just
nothing as cool as like that car chase where he slowly gets out of the car and puts the hat on. That part was bad. I liked that part. That part was really sweet.
So, yeah, again, like I said, I wasn't going to go
watching him beat the shit out of Courtney, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
That was fucking great because that guy sucked.
I was
the worst. Probably the only part of that movie I didn't like was that guy.
So yeah, I'm not going to go on a lot about either of the movies because one is just like, yeah, it's pretty good, but it is what it is. This one's like, it's bad. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he never even does Kobe Smulders either. It's overall very disappointing.
Bonus subtraction. Mm-hmm. No Kobe Smulders loving. I love that that's the big... That's hysterical, man.
Well, dude, that's why he was going to D.C. in the first place.
He said he was going to take her to dinner. He didn't say he was going to take her to Pound Town.
No, there was a part after that where she's like, then what about after dinner? And then he's like, back to your place. She's like, why not the seedy motel? And he's like, never underestimate a seedy hotel. And they're like, bow, bow, wow. But then she gets mad because he's like, stay with the kid. I'm going to go do cool stuff. And she's like, because I'm a woman. And I'm like, I hate this movie. So, sorry. I guess I'll put spoiler alert in the thing or whatever. But, like, I know Josh doesn't care if you spoil a Jack Reacher movie.
No, I don't care.
And I would honestly just say, don't watch it.
There's not a lot to really spoil in a Jack Reacher movie. It's like he shows up, he's doing right, something happens, he's got to do more right.
He's got to do more right. He's just I forget exactly why he left the MPs in the first one. I think it was something to do with the guy he ends up coming back and exonerating.
It's like corruption or something like that, yeah.
So, I don't know. So, yeah, I didn't want to stay on either of those too long. I'd give the old Deepwater Horizon a rent, I guess, and then fucking just stay away from Jack Reacher. Watch it on TBS.
Not the first one.
No. Never go back.
First one's great. Never go back is pretty. Apparently, just never go is the way to go. Just don't go
back to the theater to see Jack Reacher. Yeah, I think 3/4 of the way through the movie, the projector had a fucking hiccup.
Yeah.
And it like went all red and shit. And they're like, oh, we're working on it. It's back on in like 5 minutes. But I was talking to the guy during intermission, the guy who owns the drive-in. He's like, oh, sorry, I just put it on Facebook. Like, sorry, thanks for being patient. I was like, dude, don't even stress. I'm like, things happen. Well, because he's telling me, like, I miss film. Because, like, if it's the audio, I can look at this, or if it's I can look at the film and splice back together, or whatever. He's like, when something happens, is it the projector? Is the hard drive corrupt? Is the server acting funny?
Oh, dude, we were talking about this the other night, about how film is not really a thing anymore unless it's a novelty.
He's like, all I can do is hope it stops or reset something, which is going to make us take a break. And I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, man, I get it. I was like, I get it. But I told him, like, it's Jack Reacher. It's fine. Like, happened in the middle of Star Wars, I'd probably be pretty upset.
Yeah, oh, yeah, dude, yeah. If this was Avengers, I'd go up there and beat the crap out of you.
But I feel you. And, like, it's the digital age, and, it was just Jack Reacher. But I thought that was an interesting conversation.
That's funny, dude.
And kind of funny.
Yeah, well, I mean, considering we had just talked about that the other night, dude, talking about how film is no longer really a thing unless it's, the novelty.
70 millimeter IMAX showings and stuff like that.
But, like, it's all just on that little flash drive that only works for so long.
Yep.
And then cuts down on having to dispose of toxic film.
Yeah, exactly. Which a lot of people wouldn't do anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, no, that's mine now. That's dude. 100%. That would if I had been a projectionist at the time. Like, oh, you have to destroy this. Okay.
All right, I'll get right on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this home. Use the camera that we decommissioned. That I now own as well.
So yeah, that's me for the week.
Shit, dude.
Pretty sure that's it. And then you haven't watched anything?
Dude, I haven't seen shit, man.
All right. Well, is there anything that you would like to talk about?
Nothing in the backlog. I got...
No, it doesn't even have to be about movies.
I'm trying to think, dude. I'm trying to think if I have seen anything. And, like, just coming up Bupkis,
It's only been a week, and we've been a little busy. So.
It has, yeah. It has only been a week, dude. But, like, still, man, usually I've got, like, at least 2 or 3 in the barrel, you know? One that I've made it about at least halfway through.
You forgot to talk about?
Yeah, I forgot to talk about or something.
You know what
like
we could talk about, Josh? What? We've never talked about it.
Ooh.
Is Batman, the 1960s Batman movie.
We forgot to talk about that.
We never talked about it.
We've talked about it plenty with each other.
Yes.
Dude, one of the best comedies I've ever seen.
It's so good.
Fucking hysterical, man. I don't think I appreciated it as a child in the way that you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I was little, I was like, oh, this is funny. You know, oh, this is like Batman. This is cool. Because that was like one of my first experiences with Batman. Because it was on like Nickelodeon or something when I was little at my grandparents' house. And I used to watch it on their little TV and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like that was my first experience with Batman. Loved it. Thought it was great. Didn't get the jokes or anything. I just thought that was the way it was. And then as I got older, I found out that it was kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. And like that was back when I was just like a fucking super fanboy. And I was like, nobody makes fun of Batman.
Batman in serious business.
Batman he lost his parents.
As I've said many times, I've grown to like the Bat more and more.
Yeah.
But that being said, this is probably one of my favorite Batman movies of all time.
Dude,
because
it's one of mine now.
Ridiculous. The thing that sucks, the Joker sucks.
Oh, Joker's terrible. Penguin was great.
Penguin's good.
Riddler was pretty good.
Riddler was pretty funny, and then it's like, you know,
Catwoman's
just hot, and then.
Yeah, Catwoman was, I would say, the least impressive part.
Yeah.
She was just kind of there.
Except
for, like...
Kitka.
No, that was what her name. Yeah, Kitka. Yeah, dude. Except for, like, Kitka. The Kitka subplot with Bruce
so good.
is so funny, dude. Especially, like, when they get that, like, wistful 1,000-yard stare where he's just like, no, she mustn't. Moving on. Dude, that was, like I said, it's one of the funniest fucking comedies
infinitely quotable as well. Like, sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb.
I was just going to talk about that. Like, I've seen the GIF, of him running with the bomb over his head.
And I thought that it was fake.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, because it says bomb. No, that bomb is 100% real. He's carrying a giant Looney Tunes bomb. And fucking, like, he runs into nuns.
He's running around for like 3 minutes trying to get rid of it.
Ducks in the water, so he can't throw it on that side of the pier. There's a fishing boat full of people, so he can't throw it on that side of the pier. There's nuns coming out of a building. This
dude's fishing down in a boat.
It's so fucking hilarious, dude.
I forget eventually what he ends up doing, but... I think he finds a place and he hides behind some metal or something.
Yeah, well, like, he runs off screen and it explodes, and then he comes out of, like, another spot that there's no way he was in.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
That is the best part of the whole movie. And then we'll go...
That's not even the best
We'll talk about that
dude.
scene. And then Robin asked why he went out of his way to save all the drunks in the bar.
Why would you save all the drunks in that bar?
I'd rather be dead than not... than be drunk.
To think that some fools would... What is... God, I can't remember what he said.
So he must have... Yeah, maybe he did it...
I remember what he said. That I'd rather be dead than not be in control of my own senses.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But I can't... What is the draw of the drink? Or something like that.
God, it's so funny,
dude.
But the main recurring bit is how they get out of things. They never get out of things because they're smart.
Oh no,
or using their wits.
They narrowly escape. Well, they're using their wits, but they're idiots.
Yeah, they get lucky over and over and over and over.
Yeah, again. It's more luck than anything. And the best one is the torpedo with the sub.
I think another one's the best one, but that has the best reasoning behind it.
The nobility of the almost human porpoise. When that dolphin dove in front of that oncoming. I feel like they were setting up a one universe thing long before Zack Snyder ever showed up.
I feel like
because literally the Penguin's got him dead to rights. He's got this World War II sub that he just bought,
decommissioned, and they sold it to him to a Mr. P. N. Gwynn.
Geen or something, Gine or Geen or Gwen or something like that.
And he didn't even leave a full address.
Just a PO box. Like that bit is fucking hilarious. I can't recommend that part enough.
I can't. The whole movie. You have to just watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
it slows down once or twice, but it's still great.
We're not going to spoil it all for you, but just like, God, so we haven't even touched on all of the funny bits that happen. Like the ending itself is so funny.
Yeah, and very intentional. Funny. Like, some of it you're not sure if they're joking or not. The ending, you're like, okay, they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah. That was when I was just like, all right, well done, well done. No, because the end is great. The riddles and the solutions to the riddles.
A sparrow with a machine gun.
Yeah, it's so great. That was just like, we just watched that too, like as a lark.
I just saw it and I put it on. Yeah.
And we watched the whole thing. We wanted to see the bat shark repellent part.
Yes.
Which is the classic. Yeah. You see that clip all the time.
How was I supposed to know he had a bottle of shark repellent?
Exactly, dude. So fucking funny, dude.
Legit. One of the only legitimately cool Batman-y things in it is the Batboat.
The Batboat is sick, dude. The Batboat
is so cool,
dude. Yeah, man. They got a little speedboat out there with the bat wings, and it's all done up like Batman and stuff like that. And that thing is badass, man. That thing fucking hauls ass over the waves, sweet. Dude. Just bop, bop, bop. So cool, dude.
So sweet.
That and I liked Robin's go-kart.
Yeah. Yeah, oh Mike, I forgot. Yeah, so they're on the bat cycle with a sidecar, and the sidecar detaches, and
it turns into a go-kart.
And then they get out and then get in the same helicopter.
Get in the same helicopter. Yeah, you have to see the scene to understand it. If for those of you that may have never seen, there could be people out there that haven't seen it.
I didn't even know it existed. I thought it was just the TV show.
I knew about the show. I didn't know about the movie. Yeah. But the show's not much different.
Yeah, no, I know.
Dude, oh my God. So fucking good.
Yeah, the torpedo, how they get out of things is always so funny.
Yeah, how they get out of things, how they get into things, and how they get out of them is fucking.
They kidnap the best part. There's the best real plot point that's great.
Yeah,
is they kidnap Bruce Wayne, hoping that Batman will come and save him.
Yeah,
and then they don't get why he's not coming.
They don't understand why Batman's not there. Yeah, that's a classic bit, dude. God.
They get in a helicopter crash.
God, we don't want to give away.
No, I'm doing it because I got to talk about it. They get in a helicopter crash. They get in a helicopter crash, and they survive because luckily they land at a foam rubber wholesale convention. And then Batman says, "I got to admit, I may have seen that out of the corner of my eye."
That's true. Like, and it's you have to see the scene to understand that bit of that part, which is so funny. Oh man!
But just I know why people would be like, "Fuck you," because Batman can't have cool adult stories. But at the same time, I'm just like, this is genius funny. This is genius level funny.
Dude,
you cannot make a movie like that now.
Oh no, absolutely not. Well, it's up there with Airplane for me.
Yeah,
dude.
for real.
Like the same kind of humor. Almost exactly the same kind of humor. So fucking it's like you can't make a lot of those comedies anymore. Like you couldn't do Blazing Saddles now.
No.
It would be so disingenuous. It would be just like phoned in, like, I mean, fucking really. Oh, boys, look what I got over here. Where are the white women at? Oh god, yeah, so, dude, you couldn't do any of that shit now, dude.
That shit made my night.
I feel like they've tried. I feel like they've tried to recreate that Batman movie a bunch. Like Mystery Men is similar to that. Green Hornet, I would guess, was another attempt at it. Did you see Green Hornet?
Yeah. I don't know. They were trying to play it a little straighter.
Were they? Because I thought they were trying to go for the wackadoo comedy bit, and it wasn't hitting that. Because I mean, it wasn't hitting home on serious for me either. I think that movie just sucked.
That was during a bad time.
Car was cool.
Yeah, the car was cool.
Yeah, so I got to see the car.
Did you?
The year it was supposed to come out, because they delayed the movie.
Did they?
They delayed it like a year or something like that.
Shit.
I think it was supposed to be a summer release, and it came out in February instead, or something like that. But yeah, it was at Comic-Con, like the one time I went to Comic-Con. So it was really cool. Sitting there, and then it was like on the way out to go outside where they had all the Batmobiles lined up and everything. Okay. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the car was cool. So
yeah, the car was real cool.
But yeah, Batman. Go check that shit out. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, Batman 1969?
69? 64?
69, I thought. I'll look it up real quick.
So, yeah.
Speaking of crappy superhero movies, we watched Puma Man.
Oh, Puma Man.
Yeah, we watched Puma Man.
Puma Man.
I showed you that because I'm a huge fucking MST3K fan, and that's Mystery Science Theater 3000 for those who don't know.
For the uninitiated.
Yeah, for the uninitiated. And that was fun.
Yeah, that was a good time.
1966?
66.
Oh, that's the TV show. What about the movie? This is taking
69.
This is taking too fucking long.
Let's just say 69.
Yeah, we'll just say 69. This is taking too fucking long.
When you brought up superheroes, I thought you were gonna bring up Supergirl.
Dude, we have been watching Supergirl, and I mean, aside from the fact that we're kind of creeps, and she's a very attractive young woman, it's actually not bad. No. I enjoy it. I
was gonna say, in the vein of like not taking shit too seriously,
exactly,
and being a little dumb with shit.
Yeah,
like I kind of think it's fun.
It kind of makes me think of the old Superman, the old Christopher Reeve, Richard Donner. Yeah, Richard Donner, fucking Superman's, and I gotta say I like it. She's out there saving kittens from trees, and fucking she's messing up because she's too strong, and she just ripped the whole front half of that oil tanker
off and started everything on fire.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of enjoy it.
She doesn't have her ice breath yet.
Yeah, she doesn't have ice. She's working on it.
She's working on that one.
She's working on that one. I don't know. I kind of like it. I like the cameos that are there. Like her dad is Dean Cain, who was Superman, and fucking her mom is the original Supergirl, and that's kind of interesting. I don't know, dude. It's fun. Yeah. And it's lighthearted, and it's something that I wish that they would do with the DC movies. I don't mean go the full cheesy route or nothing like that. I don't need to be giggling every time. But come on, have a little fun with it. Have Superman rescue an old lady out of a fucking burning building, and then she's like, I haven't been carried like this since my honeymoon. Or something like that. Just I don't know. Why does he got to be floating in a Jesus pose above everybody? It's we get it.
I saved your spaceship.
But I enjoy it, dude. We started watching. That's another one we just started watching just as a joke. And we're this is kind of fun.
And I'm like, all right, I dig it. Yeah. You're right. Being a creep does help a bit. But overall, no, it's still pretty fun.
Yeah. It's fun. It's one of those ones that you can watch and not really have to think about too much. So that's kind of fun.
It's like I need to save National City.
Yeah.
And I also have a date tonight.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
This is all right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, let's be honest, that's kind of what people liked about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He was just how am I gonna make it to class when I have to fight the Goblin?
God.
I don't know, man. I feel like
it's funny. I talked to you off the ledge when it came to the new Spider-Man movie.
You did.
And as it's getting closer, it's actually still a ways out.
It's it's what, late next year?
But late next year if not.
Right about the time Thor 3 comes out, I think. I'll give it a look.
But as time goes on, I'm starting to get more and more nervous.
See, I keep going up and down. Like last time I told you, I was like, you know what, man, it's probably not going to be so bad. Yeah. And I started thinking about it again the other day, and I was like, it's going to be terrible.
Just don't think about it.
That's what I keep trying not to do, dude. It's so bad. It's 2017.
Okay.
Donald Glover has top billing.
That can't be right.
Dude, on IMDb, he has top billing.
Huh.
Oh, no. When you search it, the top billing is Donald Glover and Jon Favreau. When you actually get to the page, it's Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland.
Okay.
July 7th, 2017. So it's actually before Ragnarok.
Ragnarok's.
I think. So, Ragnarok.
Yeah, because we're getting Doctor Strange and then Guardians 2.
Yes.
And then this. And then
Thor. Thor Ragnarok is November 3rd.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is on May 5th.
Yeah. So I'm obviously looking forward. I'm looking forward to some Guardians.
Guardians, that teaser made me laugh.
Yeah, it's good. But I'm really looking forward to Thor Ragnarok. Because I was
very interested.
I was unaware that Taika Waititi was directing that.
Yeah.
And as you've heard from 2 episodes ago, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3.
2 or 3 episodes ago, we talked about Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Fucking great movie, dude.
And he did a very just straight up AMA not that long ago.
Yes, he did.
Everybody keeps asking him, and they're like, "How is this fitting into the MCU?" And he's like, "I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm just directing a movie."
And that's what's funny, dude. Is of all of the movies, aside from the first one, I feel like nobody gave a shit when it came to Thor tying into the shit. Because look at the Dark World.
Yeah.
The only thing you get from the Dark World is that fucking smoky shit is the stone.
Is a stone.
Here you go. And then fucking, no mention of his adventures or the fact that they wrecked London at all. If I recall, in fucking Age of Ultron. And it's not shown on the little tape.
It wasn't shown on the
little tape.
All he said is, "Where's Thor and Banner?" And that's all they said.
You guys know where Thor and Banner is? If I replaced a couple of WMDs, I'm freaking That fucking scene is so hypocritical to me.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm just like, you opened fire on a college and helped destroy half of Harlem. Because you were an idiot. You don't come in here and judge. Oh, well, I had a heart attack and I learned my lesson. So you come here judging people? You mustached fuck? Oh, dude, that scene just makes me so mad. I was so mad in the theater. Just of all the people that this
come here guilt trip them.
I got a history. I'm gonna go in there and set them up. I'm gonna go in there and fucking tell them what for. Sit your ass down, Ross. You fuck. I got fired up about it, dude. I was just sitting there with my friend, just looking at Dylan. Dylan's like, what? And I'm just like, fucking Ross. Ross is gonna tell. And fucking Tony. Legitimately, probably the only one who's really fully aware of what Ross did.
Yeah.
Since Banner's not there. I mean, because you could argue that nobody really knew about Ross's involvement or anything like that.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say anything because some lady in a hallway was like, "My baby,"
My baby.
Who ends up being the bad guy from fucking Luke Cage. Spoilers.
Damn.
Viola Davis, she's just fucking everybody over these days.
Yeah, I mean,
that's where we were talking about some of the plots.
Russo brothers are taking a wildly different approach. And to a lot of people, they like that because they don't want every movie to ignore the past. But I feel like with Thor and it being this cosmic adventure, just like Guardians is so disconnected, keeping them their own thing is good.
Well, I saw
Thor connects when he needs to, and I know that Guardians is going to end up fucking tying in.
Well, because they bragged that at least Star-Lord showing up, I think. Well, the thing is, I read a theory online, and I kind of wish it was like a fan wish kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
In one of the comments, because they were talking about Thor Ragnarok. It was on one of the ones where they were showing off some of the pictures from the set and stuff. And it was this interesting idea where Thor was literally the glue of all of it, and like they should do these one-offs with him where he's just a part of the Marvel universe. It doesn't necessarily tie in, but maybe during some of his adventures, like one thing will tie in at some point. But Thor himself does not. His actions do not reflect on the movies and stuff like that. But like he's just like maybe he shows up in Guardians or he shows up in Doctor Strange because Thor is such a in the comics he can go wherever he wants. He
doesn't need to be his standalone in Avengers only.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought it would be interesting if he was like the thread that looped them all together, but he's not necessarily detrimental to any one plot.
Yeah.
I thought that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Whatever way they do it is cool. I just like knowing right now
who your director is.
That Taika Waititi's doing it, says like, nah, I'm just making this movie, and I know that he's standalone doing his own thing, but he's also an Avenger. Yeah. So when that needs to happen, it happens.
Oh yeah.
And that's just good for me, because right now the Russo brothers are just like continuity carrying forward into everything.
Exactly.
And which is a cool approach.
Oh, it's very cool.
And I've learned to like Civil War a lot more.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it this last time I watched it. It was fun.
I have upon my second viewing, I have some issues with it that are new, but like I still appreciate it for what it is. It's
it could have been done better, but at the same time, who knows what they're doing?
Yeah,
and it's never a good idea to just be like, well, I think this would have been cool, so that's what the movie should have been.
Oh, exactly. No, and I don't want to do that. It's just that I'm just like, but you did all this, and now what are you going to do now?
It was mostly, you set this up, then you did this, so I guess that's all out the window?
Yeah.
So now we're going to have to wait 3 years to figure out how that ties up?
Yeah. Because the only thing that we're hearing about is Infinity, and honestly, I don't really care that much about Infinity.
That's coming up. I know Ragnarok, and I know Guardians.
Yeah.
And it's like, what else? I think that's it until fucking Infinity.
No, isn't Black Panther and Captain Marvel supposed to come out between now and Infinity? Yeah. Or are those afterward?
I don't know. And I don't really care all that much. I care because Black Panther's cool.
Black Panther's badass. I want to see the Black Panther movie. Captain Marvel, I'm kind of on the fence on. I'm not a big fan of her as a character. I don't know anything
about the character. I like Brie Larson, but
Brie Larson's a great actress. I was talking about that when I was talking about The Room, or Room, not The Room.
Not The Room. Yeah. See, God damn it!
Why did they do that? They did it on purpose.
They did. Like, how about we make a great movie sound like the worst movie? Yeah, Marvel, DC, God damn them.
I know.
Their damn movies.
I know. It's just, you don't want to keep doing it. You don't want to keep going back, but you keep going back.
You keep going back.
Yeah. Because you know exactly. Because like with Marvel, you know how it's going to go like every time.
Yeah.
And with DC, you're just like, you just make me sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, not off of the movie subject, dude. How was your Halloween?
My Halloween, nothing. I was at work. I didn't do anything.
Right.
I didn't do anything Halloweeny.
Yeah. We didn't get any kids over at my house.
I'm sure there was a lot of kids here, but the homeowners association, we have security and stuff. It's a very strict 6 to 8 kind of thing.
Yeah,
and I didn't get back here till 9.
Yeah.
So. I do not know.
Yeah, there were kids on the street. I don't know if they ever came by the house though. I was supposed to come over here.
Yeah, well, you were here, but you left because I had to go to work. I wasn't supposed to work, and then I ended up leaving at like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, you left at 3, and then I was just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go home and study anyway. I got to do that anyway.
Yep. It's a good thing you didn't stay because apparently I was not the only one to get back here late. Apparently, Brandon did not get here until 7 either. So yeah, it was just a busy day for everybody.
Yeah. Dude, that sucks, man. Because like that sounded like it would have been a lot of fun.
It would have been fun to mess with the kids for sure. See the costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
You don't happen to follow Follow Mike Krahulik from Penny Arcade on Twitter, do you?
I do, but I barely ever go to Twitter, and I don't get push notifications.
Yeah. His son's dressed up as fucking Darth Vader and Kylo Ren, and I'm just like, yes, that's awesome. God damn it, why don't I have kids?
Dude, my friend Matt's kid went as fucking Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Dude.
That was amazing.
It's so badass, dude. The costume looked real good too. Let me see if I can fucking find it. But yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I was just thinking about that shit. Dude, what was your favorite costume that you went as a kid?
Let me think.
Now, what are some of your memories?
I mean,
I figure it's the day after Halloween.
Power Rangers. Oh, it is. Power Rangers, obviously.
Yeah.
I went as the Red Ranger.
All right.
That's the one I remember the most. What else?
Yeah, here we go.
That's badass.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, fucking Halloween. I wish I didn't even realize that this could have totally been a Halloween special, but I just thought of it right now. With nothing to talk about, because I've never been that big of a Halloween guy.
I'm not a big Halloween dude,
as a kid or anything. I remember I remember doing a lot of church functions for Halloween a lot.
Yeah.
And less of the traditional
walking around
Hollywood. Halloween neighborhood thing.
Yeah. See, I remember when I was a kid, when I was little, we did the walking around thing for a little while, and then we did like house parties and stuff like that. Like if they had kids, my parents would bring us over there.
And then as an adult, obviously you go to some Halloween parties. I believe Halloween parties are parties for boring people, because there are people who don't go. We go to parties, but there are people who don't go to parties that go to Halloween parties.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, well, everybody dresses up, and then I could be like, oh my God, look at your costume.
Now
and
I have a conversation
look at your
piece.
costume, and I'll be like, oh man, oh.
Yeah, and it is a conversation piece.
And I'm like, ugh, that just sounds like time and money to impress people I don't care about. And now everybody thinks I'm a pessimist.
The fucking edge on this guy is so sharp.
No, but
he doesn't go to Halloween parties.
And then obviously Halloween parties. I think my favorite costume for one of them's was God, I can't even remember. You had a costume for a Halloween party that set up a 3 to 4 year conflict that you were not even aware of.
I was gonna bring that up, dude. I was gonna bring that up. Like if I can go over as like if I could do mine.
I was at a different party, but I heard about it. I think I saw you afterwards.
No, I thought you came. No, it was Brandon. It was Brandon. Yeah, because Brandon went his fucking.
I saw you the next day next door, and I think that's when we played Call of Duty, right?
God, we played Call of Duty, and Brad got so mad. Look at my hand. Look at my hand. I'm so mad I'm shaking.
I used melee to my advantage.
Right? Oh, look, here comes Ryan again. He's using his knife. Yep, that's just how we do this. Why don't they just call it Call of Knives?
But anyway,
that is literally what he said.
I know. But anyways, let's just get back to
as a kid,
your costume.
The most memorable outfit I have as a kid, I was like 7 or 8. No, I was younger. I had to be. We were brand new up here in the desert, so like 6, maybe 5 or 6, around that era. But my mom, and I've always had like a mild allergy to makeup, and this is when we kind of found out about it, because my mom, she made me go as the Tin Woodsman from she didn't make me, I wanted to. I like the fucking Tin Woodsman. But she put silver paint all over my face.
Yeah.
When we washed that off, my face was like fucking the color of this cup, dude.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, it didn't itch or anything, but like, it was so hot, dude.
Yeah.
It's just because she put silver.
You were inflamed.
Yeah, silver. I was inflamed. Silver, but like they went all out, dude. They took like a diaper box from my sister's diapers when she was, because she's still wearing them. Fucking covered it in tinfoil.
Yeah.
And fucking then I had like the insulation hoses.
Yeah.
On my arms and shit. I was wearing
Fuckbot 5000.
Exactly. I was like Fuckbot 5000, dude. I was fucking awesome-o. So I'm walking around, and then my dad made me like an axe out of fucking PVC and shit like that, and fucking like cardboard and I was walking around, and I just remember not being, dude, and I'm just like, I'm simulating it right now, because this is how you had to like you couldn't walk.
Yeah,
you could just put
arms,
your. Yeah. I couldn't move my feet the way you're normally supposed to because of like the range of the box and the hoses on my goddamn legs.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking just like step. I look like Gonk.
Gonk.
Gonk. Like I'm walking like this, and I tripped at one point and fell, and I was behind like everybody else because I walked so fucking slow.
Yeah.
And like I was just laying there on my back, just help, doing this one, just fucking like some kind of box-shaped turtle. It was, dude, that's the most memorable one from when I was a kid. And the most comfortable I was ever was my mom made me a Davy Crockett fucking costume, like fucking.
Nice.
I don't remember what she used for like the rawhide, but with the fringe and shit like that. But it was super duper cold that year, and it had been hot the day before, and fucking my mom was concerned because like this is gonna be hot. This is very heavy duty material.
And I'll say that where we live, that is an every year fucking thing.
Oh yeah, like October, right before the week leading up to Halloween is always like a crapshoot. Yeah, it's always like a crapshoot because it can either keep being that hot, or it'll fucking out of nowhere
20 degree
drop
dive.
20 degrees. Yeah, drop 20 degrees and it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
And it's raining, or some shit like that. Like fucking October here is really weird.
It was so strange.
It's very weird. But yeah, so it was hot as hell that day, dude. And I fucking next day, dude, I just remember being super duper comfortable that night because I had like the clean skin cap and the rawhide, and all my friends were just fucking cold as shit.
They're freezing in their cheap ass
polyester.
Yeah.
But the one that started the controversy.
Yes.
God, I had just started hanging out with you guys.
Yes.
I had to be about 25, 26, something like that.
I was 19, 20 years old, so yeah,
I was
probably.
going to say, dude, like 8, 7, 6 years ago, something like that. I went to a Halloween party. You weren't there.
I was not there.
I went with your brother and Brad and a couple other people.
I was supposed to go and I ditched.
Yeah. I remember because that was a big to-do before we left. Like, Brian's not answering his fucking phone.
I ditched and went to a different party to try to get laid.
Yeah. Did it work?
No. No.
Well,
I mean,
my night was just about as successful.
That's a very complicated question.
I threw a costume together the day of the party because I was invited the morning of.
Yeah. So as you do, a lot of times that's what happens with Halloween parties. Oh yeah. If you have a big advance, you do something cool like, and I never answered the question. So as a kid, Power Ranger. As an adult, Dr. Horrible. I went all out on that shit.
Dude, you went real. Dude, that is the coolest costume. One of the coolest costumes I've ever seen, like a normal person acquire.
Yeah, that's wear. Not just on social media.
Yeah,
they do that for
cosplay, exactly, all that kind of shit. Or they have the kind of money to shell out for like high quality shit. But I threw a costume together that morning. Fucking handcuff. I went and bought handcuffs from the fucking military surplus. Then I went to the Halloween store and bought a severed hand. Yes. I had one left. And I got like a denim shirt. No, I had a denim shirt left over from years prior and fucking a pair of jeans. And I just fucking took some fake blood and spattered it all over my arm and fucking painted up the cuffs and shit. Didn't stick too well with cuffs because
they're cuffs.
They're cuffs. And I fucked with the hand a little bit to make it look a little bit more fresh. And I fucking wrote in chalk on my chest like my prison number.
Yep.
I was an escaped prisoner. And that was when I had my pump, and I did that thing legit that night. Like, I looked like fucking Sean Penn. It was badass. In Dead Man Walking. But yeah, dude, I went in as an escaped convict.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was pretty legit. I saw you the next day, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, I was proud of it. I thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
Come to find out, a friend of ours' cousin...
Who was hosting the party?
Thought I was like an axe murderer or some shit.
She thought you were just like a scary,
she thought
scary
I was
weirdo.
This scary, creepy weirdo. And I mean, I'm a weirdo, but I'm not scary. And I don't think I'm that creepy. I think I'm all right. I mean, I have tendencies.
We did admit to being creeps earlier.
Yeah,
but anyway,
but I don't think I'm that.
Yeah,
kind
but
of
this is a person that we would end up seeing a couple times a year.
Oh yeah, and she
year.
would always just glance at me like, you know.
Yeah, because
like,
you weren't going. Yeah, you didn't go anywhere. We're still friends, so you would be around and stuff.
And she would just give me this leery look and like get up and leave if we were in the same room together and shit like that. And it was so fucking weird, and I had no idea what was going on. And I think it was either you or Brandon or Brad maybe, that told me about her. And it was just like, yeah, dude, she thinks you're a weird ass, dude. She thinks you're a psycho. And I was like, why? Because of that Halloween costume. Yeah. And I was like, that time I dressed up as a character?
Yeah,
Are you fucking kidding
she had
me?
just told us, and then I think shortly after that, we told you she said that. Then we saw her soon after, and then she's just like, all right, Josh.
Oh, yeah, that night was super funny. She's like, we should just bury the hatchet. And I was like, what hatchet? And she's like, we need to be friends. Let's stop doing this. And I was like, doing what? And she's just like, we're friends now. And I was like, okay, fine. I don't know what you're talking. I never had a problem. So, you had the problem.
You had such a convincing costume that you had beef with somebody for years and didn't even know.
I didn't even know we had beef.
And then through persistence, now you guys are friends.
In that way that we never see or talk to each other.
Like most friends.
Like most friends.
Yeah, so... Yeah, when it comes to Halloween, there's some good stories. As a kid though, yeah, it's weird that I can't think of like any costumes I ever wore as a kid.
Oh man!
Other than being a Power Ranger, because everybody was a Power Ranger that year.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this is dope. And then Dr. Horrible. That's the most work I ever put into a costume. A lot of other times I put on a top hat and like a tie, and then say that I'm a homeless man.
Yeah, I remember you were like a fancy hobo.
Yeah.
Gentleman. Well, fucking, that's like, ever since I got older, I just started like because of the glasses and shit like that, I was always just like, I'm Peter Parker.
Yeah.
I'm Reed Richards, you know, shit like that. It was just like, there you go. And fucking, I remember people just get fucking so mad at me. And one year I thought about it ahead of time and put a Superman shirt on under my fucking my overshirt, and I buttoned it up and shit, but then like I unbuttoned it a little bit and like opened it so I had the Superman underneath. Yeah. And people were like, oh, sick, you know, so like that time
the least amount of like you
yeah.
The least amount of effort above no effort.
Yeah.
It was the difference between you suck and awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was ridiculous. Well, it was really only like two dudes.
Yeah.
But dude, and I remember Danielle fucking chewing me out one year because I showed up to a Halloween party.
Yeah.
In brown Dickies and a fucking Chewbacca costume t-shirt. I was like, what? I have long brown hair. This is a Chewbacca t-shirt. I'm wearing brown Dickies.
Chewbacca?
I'm Chewbacca.
It looks better than most Chewbacca costumes you can get anyway. If we're being real.
I was identifiable as soon as I walked in the door. Like, Brandon looked at me and was like, Chewbacca! And I was like, yeah.
Yay. Yeah, that's another aspect of the Halloween party that I do not enjoy. Like, God, you're not in costume. You're the worst.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, I just got off work.
Oh, yeah.
Leave me
I
alone.
love those, yeah. Just like, you invited.
Don't come and have fun unless you're wearing a costume we can talk about.
Exactly.
So
I've never understood that requirement. It's just like, because I've gotten that text message. What are you doing tonight? Well, I'm getting off of work in a minute. We're having a Halloween party. You should come by. Okay, I'm on my way. You get there. Why are you in costume? Yeah. Do you think I was going to go over to the empty Halloween department and grab a mask real quick?
So I don't hate Halloween or Halloween parties, but it's just like, there's just a couple things that are annoying.
I feel like there's some really like ridiculous rules that people have put forth.
And as the viewers / listeners know, I do not watch scary movies.
Yeah.
So
that was going to be my next question.
We don't even have like a scary movie topic or anything.
I was going to say, like, I know you don't scary movie, but if you had to pick from the handful that you have, which one did you enjoy the most? Well, I know you talked about Scream a lot and 1408.
Well, I was going to say, the scariest one is 1408, and the best. It has some jump scares that were
qualified.
That were part earned of the thing. He was doing something like walking on a ledge.
Yeah,
and the room was trying to startle and make him trip and kill him.
Yeah. If you've never seen 1408, it's a movie where John Cusack plays a guy that goes out and he's constantly looking for the paranormal and the supernatural in hotels. Like, he goes to all these haunted hotels, and the one that has the most stories about it is I can't remember the name of the hotel, but it's room 1408.
Yes. And that shit's fucked up, and it's really haunted.
That one's and it's actually haunted, and he goes through hell. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a very good movie.
It's very good. So that one's the best one I've seen. I really enjoyed it. God, the 90s slashers are always great. So like Scream and stuff. 90s, as a kid though, the ones that I had to fucking suffer through the most, I had to watch The Ring. I had to watch these goddamn the Boogeyman or whatever. Juno, that one was fucking terrible.
Juno, Ju-on, The Grudge.
Yeah, The Grudge, all that shit.
Yeah.
And I hated them. I hated every second of it. So probably 1408 is the best one. And I'm gonna say it, I was really scared by the Blair Witch Project, and I think that is somewhat of a unique movie. But it spawned terribleness.
Oh yeah, no, it gave birth to one of the worst genres ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because Paranormal Activity sucks my dick off. So.
I'd have to say
nothing happens. Jump scare movie's over. And I know Blair Witch is nothing happens. Then it's over without even.
Yeah, I was gonna say nothing
scare.
happens the whole time. But it's different. There's an atmosphere to Blair Witch. I didn't find it very unsettling or very creepy. I was just like, this is all have you ever been in the woods?
Yeah, exactly.
There's stacks of fucking rocks everywhere. Who gives a shit? But they made the attempt to establish a creepy atmosphere without relying on ridiculous music and weird neighbors. Without ridiculous music or the jump scare. Dude, I will say the nights when they were in the tents and fucking the camera crew would come around and fuck with them, with the tents and shit like that.
Yeah, no, that's true. I never had considered that aspect of it. That it doesn't have over the top sound, over the sound effects and as far as horror movies that I would like to see, I don't think I've ever properly seen Halloween.
I was gonna tell you when we got to mine. Halloween is my absolute favorite slasher flick. I fucking love most of the Halloween films, aside from the god-awful Rob Zombie ones and the later ones when Jamie Lee Curtis came back. I think the last one that I really enjoyed from Halloween was the one with Paul Rudd. Return of Michael Myers or Curse of Michael Myers? I can't remember what that one is. It's 5, though. It's Halloween 5. And Paul Rudd plays this is back before he found his niche as the sarcastic, miserable guy.
Yeah.
He was a crazy conspiracy theorist kid that knew who Michael Myers was and was deeply involved in trying to figure out everything. He was in the town and he was great. But that was one of the first ones I ever saw, and then I went backwards through the series. I even love the third one, which is fucking ridiculous. And it's the original idea because the director, the guy who made the movies, John Carpenter, he wanted to make it an anthology series where it was called Halloween, but each Halloween was a different story centered around Halloween. And the problem was that Halloween 2 is a direct sequel to Halloween 1.
Oh, okay.
So it became so when he released Halloween 3, and I'm not saying without Halloween 2, Halloween 3 would be considered a good movie. Halloween 3 is pretty ridiculous. It's fucking, if you've never seen it, check it out. I don't want to get it. There's a cult. And they're brainwashing children to murder their parents and shit using fucking chips and masks, and it's all some kind of sacrifice, if I remember right. It's good. It's great. Turn it off! Just trying to get them to stop the commercial because the commercial trips them up, and that's what sets all the kids off. But no, Halloween 3 is great. I fucking love Halloween.
Just love Halloween in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Halloween. Yeah. As far as classic horror that I know I haven't seen, Halloween's probably number one on the list that I probably need to watch.
Halloween's great because it's not your typical horror movie, like what we've come to know slasher and horror flicks as. It's more just like you just see Mike in the background.
Yeah.
And you know shit's fucked. The man never runs. So
it's funny you brought up Rob Zombie. Like, and this might, dude.
Oh, also, bit of trivia. Fucking the director of The Last Starfighter.
Yes.
Played Michael Myers.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but that's crazy.
Yeah. So, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, no, dude.
There you go. If I ever get that video,
yeah,
you'll be like, whoa.
If we ever get the classic ketchup up, people will know why that's important.
But that what I was saying, Rob Zombie. I think another reason is like why I hate horror is I was also in
part of that Rob Zombie
the horror
era.
at the age where you get into horror movies. You know, you're 13 to 16-year-old.
Well, that time
and
period,
that was with fucking House of a Thousand Corpses and all that bullshit. And all just the terrible.
Well, I was gonna say, dude,
gore
the era,
fest.
the era in which you grew up in was a terrible period for, as far as I'm concerned. Was a terrible period for horror films because none of those were any good.
Hated them.
You had that one. You had the Boogeyman and the Tooth Fairy.
The more I think of them, the more I realize I have seen and I just don't think about because they sucked so hard.
God, there's a bunch, but there were like rare gems from that time period that
I'm sure.
I'm trying to remember. And I'm thinking like we were talking about classic ketchup and stuff and. For a second there, and I was just like, man, there's some that I could pull out from that era probably and make you watch that I enjoyed. There's one with the Anna Paquin that I really, really liked. I can't think of the name of it right now. It was pretty cool. But yeah. No, I understand your hate for it, dude, because like that period was tough, dude. Like during like the latter screams.
Yeah.
And like when they just kept pumping out I Know What You Did Last Summers. Yeah. And they were just like, well, people like that Halloween and that Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, maybe next year, a year from now, maybe we'll put some work into
I was going to say, maybe we should do like maybe a Halloween episode or something, like a month. Maybe we do that in like a Christmas movie, because I'd like to do a Christmas movie one. I want to do a Christmas movie one this year.
We'll do a Christmas special, for sure.
Yes.
That's going to happen.
Because like, I would love to watch and talk about the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
Muppet Christmas Carol. The Ref. You've never seen The Ref, I don't think, dude. The Ref is hysterical. I fucking love The Ref.
Movies I want to talk about.
Bad Santa.
God.
That's barely a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I like Bad Santa and in this trend of unnecessary, terrible sequels.
Oh, God, yeah.
Comedy sequels.
Yeah.
We're getting a Bad Santa, too. That looks terrible. Bad Santa's good, but no. I don't know if did we talk about it on the podcast? Were we even podcasting at the time? I want to talk about Krampus.
We have brought up Krampus on more than one occasion, but we've never done anything dedicated to it. And I would this is what I'm talking about, dude. I would love to do a little, like maybe watch Gremlins.
Yeah.
Because Gremlins is technically a Christmas movie too, if I recall.
Yeah. Watch Iron Man 3.
Watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
What is Shane Black's deal?
Like, he loves Christmas.
He loves Christmas.
He loves
It's a magical time.
It's a magical time where a man can become an Iron Man. No, but anyway. Like Muppet Christmas Carol, thinking like Scrooge. Krampus would be a great idea because I loved Krampus.
I really liked Krampus.
That was a fucking great movie. But yeah, dude, I was just thinking, like maybe we do maybe we could do 4th of July.
I can enjoy it because now that we started talking about Halloween, I'm sad that we didn't do anything.
I know, dude. It popped in my head while I was just like, we don't have much to talk about. Ryan, what was your favorite Halloween costume?
Yesterday was Halloween. I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Right. But yeah. The only other thing... Where are we at on time?
I don't know,
You know what? I'll save it.
How long have we been talking?
An hour.
Has it really only been an hour?
It's been an hour.
Jesus.
I'll save it because it's not... This has been a pretty... more concise than I would have originally thought podcast. So I'll save the completely off topic rant I had.
Oh man.
For another time. We got next week, and it's not like it's timely or anything. So
it's not topical.
Yeah, no. It'll be true until I'm dead. I was going to say until this company's gone, but it'll be until I'm dead. So, yeah. Is there anything else? Are we good?
I think we're good for today, dude.
This has been our 10th episode extravaganza.
Way to put some sauce on it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea.
Oh, yeah. We are available.
Spicing it up.
We are available on every podcasting site you could probably imagine, app, whatever. We are also on the YouTubes at Mighty Fish Productions.
Yep.
We don't have a custom URL yet. You go and subscribe. We can change that.
We are on Twitter now.
We are on Twitter at Mighty Fish Pod. At Mighty Fish Pod. This is the Mighty Fish Podcast. Mighty Fish Pod.
Mighty Fish Pod is our Twitter.
Yeah. I think cast was too long. Mighty Fish was taken. Mighty Fish Productions is too long. So you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, we're pod. We're the pod.
Mighty Fish Pod. We have a channel trailer that's going to go up that includes a skit. You're probably thinking, channel trailer, why do I care?
Yeah.
It has a skit at the beginning, which is fun.
Yeah, we do a lead in. We're trying to, give you some fun.
So that'll probably go up as a normal video on top of being the channel trailer. I won't make it private or anything like that, like a lot of other people do. Classic Catch-Up will be done by the end of the week, because I think that's what we're going to... Well, let's just work on that on Friday.
Okay.
Oh, no, people know our work
schedule. Oh, no, now they know what we do!
So Classic Catch-Up will be up. I mean, I hope it is, so I can stop saying that.
We have legitimate reasons as to why it's taken a while.
We do.
Dude, it's been a hectic time right now.
And then we're still working on another skit, but you know what? We got the one in the channel trailer up, so that's cool.
We got another skit coming up, and we're in the planning stages of another segment,
another original series,
original kind of segment series, where we're gonna do some fun stuff.
It'll be some fun.
We're still working it out.
It'll be a lot of classic movie talk, I think.
Yeah,
a lot of short, cool, physical media type things.
Yeah, we're gonna go on locations and stuff, and you're gonna see what we're doing more than us talking about the movie. It's gonna be. We're planning it. Yes. We're working it out.
So thank you all for the follows and the likes, and make sure to subscribe to the YouTube, Mighty Fish Productions. If you're listening to us anywhere else, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And at Mighty Fish Pod, we will see you at another time. Say bye, Josh.
Bye-bye, Josh.
Bye.